I got to go to the phone lines. Got to speak to a very important person. And why is he important? Because he is in the community working for those that need to get themselves or their status corrected. How can he do that? Well, I'll tell you how he can do that. If you call 1-800-526-7977, you will get the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. The law offices of Spar and Bernstein, and they deal with immigration, personal injury, criminal defense, and I still got to say it's tax season because some people still haven't done their tax debt relief, auto accidents, you name it, they have a department for it. Now, I know people saying, well, we always hear Brad on the radio. We hear what's Brad on the radio. So is Brad the person that's doing all of this? No. He has someone in each department that all they do is specialize in that. So if it's immigration, you're going to speak to Brad. If it's personal injury, you're going to speak to Adam Handler. If it's criminal defense, you're going to speak to Michael Biniakowitz. If it's debt relief, you're going to speak, I can never pronounce it. Is it Sean Chi? Is it Sean Chi?
Yeah. Yes.
Sean Chi, right?
Yeah, it's 2 syllables. You could get it.
Thank you so much. So
yeah, you're welcome.
There's someone in the law offices of Spar and Bernstein that specializes in whatever legal issues you might have, and if you need an attorney to represent you, I'll say this again, 1-800-526-7977. That is the number. You need to put it in your BlackBerry, you need to put it in your iPhone, you need to put it in your Android, or if you're still old school like me, you get somebody's business card and you write it on the back and you stick it in your wallet. Put it somewhere. When you need an attorney, you can reach for it and make that phone call. 1-800-526-7977. That's 1-800-JAM-7977. Someone standing by right now to take your phone call so you can speak to, of course, one of the attorneys. Now, if you'd like to speak to Brad on air and get your questions answered live, well, you can do that right now. And that's 718-749-5005. 718-749-5005. We're taking questions live on the radio, and right now the phone lines are wide open. 718-749-5005. So good morning, Brad. How was your Memorial weekend?
My Memorial weekend was fabulous. It was supposed to rain out here, and there was not a drizzle to be seen. 3 beautiful days. I was invited over to somebody's pool yesterday, so I had a nice time there. And now I'm back and ready to go, well rested.
There you go. So let me give out a number.
And how was Miami?
Well, I tell you, Brad, I love Miami, but it's still nowhere like New York. Let me say it to my New Yorker. There's no place in the world like New York City, but there's just something about the sunshine in Miami and the girls in the bikinis in Miami, Brad, that draws your attention. And
oh, my gosh. All right. Let's go to immigration. I can't even.
I call it eye candy, Brad. Eye candy.
Yeah, I see.
Right now, we're taking your questions live on the air. 718-749-5005. That's the number. You can call right now, get your questions answered. And by the way, if you want to set up an appointment, there's someone standing by right now. And I don't give out the number enough. So before I start taking the phone call, the phone lines are buzzing, by the way.
Right.
Please. This is the number, 1-800-526-7977. 1-800-526-7977. And let's jump to some calls, Brad. Good morning.
Okay.
You're live with the attorney, Brad Bernstein.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'd like to speak to Brad.
Go right ahead.
How you doing?
Not bad. I got my appointment swear-in, right? And on the paper it says, have you ever been, since that time, since your interview, have you ever any kind of problem? And I got a speeding ticket. Is that a problem?
Yeah, right. It's not a problem, but just write it down.
Just make sure you write it down, right?
Correct. But it's not a problem. Right, just write the speeding ticket, and that was it. And I assume it wasn't going 150 miles an hour. And
No. 63.
Right, so then you'll be fine. You're not gonna not become a citizen because of a speeding ticket. But I just don't want you to say, not say something, and then that causes you not to become a citizen.
All right, thanks a lot, bro.
All right, okay, you're welcome. Good luck with that.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I think we lost him. Once again, the number to call to set up an appointment, 1-800-526-7977, 1-800-JAM-7977. Good morning. You're live with your attorney, Brad Bernstein, and what's your question? Good morning.
Hello.
Morning, you're live. Go ahead.
Good morning. I am checking to see how do you go about applying for an EIN number when you don't have a green card.
You have to file a tax to get a TIN number. You have to file a tax return. So you would file a tax return, assuming that you don't have any W-2 or anything because you don't have a Social Security number. You would file a tax return as an independent contractor, attach a Schedule C to that return, and apply for a W-9. You put a W-9 along with that 1040 requesting the taxpayer ID. So we can do that for you in our office. Our tax department can do that. So if you're interested in that service, by all means, give us a call. It's 1-800-526-7977.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And once again, the number is 1-800-526-7977. Yes.
And by the way, DJ Roy, even if you don't have a legal issue today, okay, sometime over this summer, every person listening will either end up having a legal problem, know someone who has a legal problem, or know someone who knows someone who needs a legal problem. And you're always looking for a telephone number of a good lawyer. You're listening to a good lawyer right now. Save my number. Best way to save it, just dial the number right now. Hang up after 5 seconds. It's saved in your phone for life. And just say, it's Brad, 1-800-526-7977, 1-800-JAM. 7977. My staff knows that if you call and hang up, you're just saving the number. I give everybody permission to do so.
There you go. And again, call right now. Someone's standing by, and if you hang up on the person, they're not going to feel away. Brad has already given the green light.
Obviously, if you need the help right now, obviously make an appointment.
There you go. 1-800-526-7977. Let's take this call. Good morning. You're live with your attorney, Brad Bernstein. What's your question?
Good morning, Roy.
Morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
All right, man. Can I speak to Brad for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead. He's live. He's hearing.
I'm listening.
Okay, Mr. Bernstein.
Yes.
A friend of mine filed for her daughter, and since June 07, do you have an idea when she will get called?
Is the daughter a citizen? Is the daughter? Is the friend a citizen?
The mother is a citizen. She's a citizen.
The mother's a citizen, and the daughter is over 21 or under 21.
She's over 21.
And is she single or married?
Single.
Single, over 21. Right now they're processing June 22nd, 2005. That means people who started their cases June 22nd, 2005 were the unmarried children of U.S. citizens, and the children are over 21 are getting their green card. So if you were June 07, you're 2 years away on the waiting list. That may or may not necessarily be 2 years in waiting completely. You know, the best way to figure it out is you go back to June 2011. They were May 1st, 04. So between 1 year, they went from May 1st, 04 to June 22nd, 05. So they're moving faster. They're moving faster than 1 year for 1 year, meaning that in the last year they moved about 14 months. So if it continues to move like that, I would say it's less than 2 years she has avoided. More than 1 year, less than two.
What happened is that she has they sent back for everything, and she sent it in to them, and they told her that they're not waiting for a visa number.
Correct. And what I'm telling you is the visa number will come in more than a year from now, and less than two is my guess.
Okay, thank you, Brad.
You're very welcome. Good luck with that.
And once again, a number to call to get your questions answered, 718-749-5005, 718-749-5005. We're taking your questions live on the radio. And let's jump to this call. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. Hello. All right. While he works on that, let's jump to this call. Good morning. You're live with attorney Brad Bernstein. What's your question?
Good morning. I want to speak to Mr. Brad, please.
Go right ahead.
Okay, Mr. Brad, I'm just asking a simple question. I want to file for my kids. I got a 10-year green card. My wife, she's in Jamaica now, so I want to know what the procedure to do.
You want to file for your kids or your wife?
Say it again?
You said you want to file for your kids?
Yeah, I want to file for my kids in Jamaica.
How old are your children?
The smallest one is 5, but the biggest one is like 20 years old.
Okay. How did you get your green card?
I was married to an American citizen.
Okay, and that's the American citizen who's in Jamaica right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how long ago did you get married?
I've been married like 12 years ago.
Okay, your wife who's in Jamaica needs to file I-130 separately for each of them, either because she's the natural mother or she's the stepmother. Now, those I-130s have to go in before the oldest certainly turns 21. Other than that, that oldest is going to wait 4 or 5 years for a green card. So the route is, even though she's in Jamaica right at this moment, she's going to put the paperwork in for the kids, make sure the paperwork goes in before 21, and the kids will take less than a year to get here. And you have to file separate I-130s for each of them, and immigration charges $420 for each visa petition.
And I could do the filing for them, sir, right?
You can do the filing for them, but if you do the filing for them, the youngest ones will wait about 2.5 years, and the older ones will wait about 5 or 7 years, unless you do the filing now. When does the 20-year-old turn 21?
Like September.
That's going to be a problem for the 20-year-old, because the only way to get that child here in under a year is for you to be a citizen before that child turns 21, and for you to file before that child turns 21. If you put in your citizenship papers today, you're not going to be a citizen by September. So if you file for the children, the oldest one's going to wait 3 or 4 years, minimally, assuming you become a citizen.
And to me to put in my citizen paper, sir, how I go about it?
You file an N-400 application with immigration. But what I would suggest you do is this, because you got lots of issues here with you becoming a citizen, trying to get your kids here before 21. Is it your wife doesn't want to file for them?
Yeah, she's like fighting stuff like.
All right, because all she's doing is she's not hurting you, she's hurting the children. So,
exactly.
So that's pretty sad. But what I would suggest you do is make an appointment immediately to come in to see me, and we can talk about all the different options.
I make an appointment last week, but I got a day off last week, Thursday, but the supervisor called me, so I was trying to call back the secretary to tell her I was off to go into my job.
Right.
To make a different appointment to see her.
Make a different appointment for this week.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Have a blessed day, sir.
You too.
Thank you so much for calling. Again, the number is 1-800-526-7977, 1-800-JAM-7977. Someone's standing by right now to take your phone call so you can set up an appointment to speak to one of the attorneys at the law offices of Spire and Bernstein. 1-800-526-7977. And as always, we say, Brad.
Prior results do not guarantee similar outcome in future cases. To set up an appointment for a personal consultation with Brad Bernstein, call 1-800-526-7977. That's 1-800-526-7977.
And if you call right now, someone will answer your call and set up that appointment. It's 1-800-526-7977. Nice to be back after a long weekend, Brad, and you'll be back.
Yes, it is.
You'll be back on later on.
Yes, I will. Thank
right.
you very much for having me.
Brad Bernstein, 1-800-526-7977. Call right now. Someone's standing by to take that call.